5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lala and you're watching Lala Level Up. So today I'm going to be telling you the story time about the time when I lost my V card and I ended up getting arrested because of it, pretty much. So let me take you back, way back in the day. High school days, my senior year of high school, right? So during this time, just to give you some backstory, I was dating this girl at the time, right? We ended up breaking up because she ended up cheating on me really bad. I'm gonna make a whole story time about that. But she was like the love of my life at the time. She ended up cheating on me really bad, and like I was going through it. Like after she cheated on me, girl, I was going through it. And like that was like my first like real heartbreak for real. So I was like going through like this like rebellious stage where I was just like rebellious. Like I got this tattoo right here that says live and let live. I was getting high every day. Like I was just smoking weed every single day before school. Like I had to smoke before school every single day. I was just drinking randomly on weekends with random people, having like random get-togethers at my house for like no reason with random ass people. Like, I mean, they weren't random. They're people I went to school with and people I knew, but I had no business being around these people and inviting them to my house, right? So I was just kind of, I don't want to say reckless, but like a little bit. Like I was just hurt and I was just trying to party and just kind of like distract myself from like this heartbreak that I'm having at the tender age of 17, right? So there was this guy who throughout the years, ever since like sophomore year, he always tried to talk to me, and I never really paid him no mind because he wasn't my type. Like I used to think he was ugly, honestly, but like I don't know what happened, but senior year he ended up having like a glow up and I was looking at him like, okay, we're gonna call him Stunner. So we're gonna call him Stunner. We're gonna call my ex-girlfriend, I think I gave her a name in a prior story time, the story time where I said I pulled up to that girl's house and I fought her. I don't remember what name I gave her back in that story, but I'ma just call her Zuleika, right? So like at this time, right, like I told you, I was just like careless, and he was trying to talk to me, and I was actually starting to give him the attention now because I was in a relationship, so I really didn't pay him no mind. Once he got cute again, I did like notice, but like I didn't pay him no mind. But once the girl cheated on me, once Zuleika cheated on me, like our bets was off. Like I really didn't care. So I just started entertaining him because I just needed a distraction. Like I really didn't care. And I know like she like hated his guts. So I was just entertaining him because I'm like, oh, you want to be cheating on me? You want to have me looking crazy? Okay, I'm going to be messing with Stunner, the one that you hate. So I was just talking to him, whatever. It was nothing really serious, but we was like talking, communicating. I was entertaining him while he was trying to flirt with me and all of this, all of that. And one day we had like, it was like some get together that happened. But before the get together, he had came to my house one day and we like sat down and talked for like 4 hours. Like I think this was like 2 days before like he took my V card. And we like sat down and we talked like on my living room couch for like hours. And it was not that it was super romantical, but it was just like nice, like kind of just getting to know each other on a deeper level, a little bit deeper of a level, right? Just talking like about family and things like that, and like dreams, aspirations, like little things like that, right? And nothing happened. We was just talking, and we were for like 2 hours. Then he went home, whatever. 2 days after that, some girl at our school ended up having a get-together at her house. It was probably like 5 or 6 people there. Maybe like 6 people, men and women. And girl, back then I was a super lightweight. Like I could not handle my liquor. And I could tell that I was getting nauseated and I was feeling like I was going to throw up. And yes, girl, lo and behold, I ended up throwing up. So I'm like stumbling and like trying to get to the bathroom, couldn't really make it in time, and I just threw up. And it was so embarrassing because Stunner was there and like other people was there, and I'm like, girl, not me out here throwing up looking all crazy. But that's what happened. And and then after that, I ended up going home. I washed up, I got myself together, and Stunner hit me up. He's like, you good? I'm like, yes, I'm good. He's like, can I come see you? I'm like, yeah. I should have said no. But I said yes. He ended up coming over. We was talking. Everything was cool. And the thing about me back then is I was very much a tease. Like, I would tease a little bit, but I would never go all the way because I just knew, like, I didn't want to lose my virginity. Like, I was very, like, strong on I want to graduate a virgin. Like, that was very big to me, and I don't know why. It was just something about me. Like, I just really wanted to graduate high school a virgin. I wanted to be able to tell my kids, like, you could wait. Like, your virginity is sacred, your body is sacred, and you don't want to just give it away to any man, and you just want to, like, care for your body and, like, you know, your essence. Like, that's your essence, that's your innocence. That's, like, it's very, like, vulnerable. That's how I always saw my virginity, and just virginity in general. Like, it's sacred, right? So I was very big on graduating a virgin. And this day I was drunk, but I was still, like, aware of what's going on. Like, I was not, like, blackout drunk. And me and him was together, and I was, like, kind of teasing him, like, maybe, like, letting him kind of feel on me, but not going all the way. And then, I don't know, the teasing just went too far that day, and I ended up, you know, losing my V card to stun him. And it was very short-lived, probably not even a minute long. Like, it was very short. I don't want to give too much detail because I know YouTube be tripping, but it was short. It wasn't that long. And when it was all said and done, I'm like, okay, you can take it out now. Like, I'm done. And then I was like, is your ride coming to get you? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, lock the door when it comes. And I just went upstairs and I took a shower and I went to sleep. And, like, that was so unromantic. Like, for my first time, I really wanted it to be romantic. I wanted candles. I wanted roses. I wanted all types of flowers. I wanted freaking R&B, 90s R&B playing in the background. And I didn't get none of that. All I had was sex on the couch with some stunner man who ended up really disrespecting me. So let me tell you how he did that. After we had sex, like, he was really trying to act like it was going to happen all the time. And I was like, boy, you tried it. It's not giving all that. And of course I told him, like, don't be running back telling our business, but we're young, we're in high school. I'm not naive. I know he was probably gonna tell his boys or whatever, but I didn't think he was gonna go running around the school. Time passed after this, maybe like a month or so, right? And me and Zuleika ended up getting back together. We back together, we locked in. And then I forgives her for cheating on me. I end up telling her that I lost my virginity to Stunner. That was very hard for her to hear. But in my mind, I'm like, girl, I didn't do it to spite you. But at the same time, if you never cheated on me, I would have never been single. And I would have never been in the position to even lose my virginity. Because I would have been with you and I wouldn't have been single. So I wouldn't have had sex with Stunner. So be mad at yourself. Like, for real. But anyway, we came clean. We was honest. We had moved forward. And I told Zuleika, like, it only happened one time, blah, blah, blah. Gave her the detail. But Zuleika had, like, class with this girl who used to mess with Stunner or was currently messing with Stunner. And, oh, I kind of have a story about her later on, maybe. But she ended up going to Zuleika talking about, yes, Stunny told me that he was messing with Laquel. And, they been messing around. He always be going to her house and just making it seem like I'm really some booty call. And I was like, girl, who? And I was so, like, offended because think of it from my perspective. Like, all my life, I've been a virgin. All my friends, everyone around me losing their virginity, and I really cherished mine, and I wanted to graduate a virgin. And the one time I give it up, the one time I have sex with a guy, he want to go acting like I'm some booty call, and, like, he just been messing with me, and, like, I'm kind of just, like, kind of like a throwaway or something. Like, I felt like he was really disrespecting me. Like, don't be acting like we was all of that and we wasn't all of that. Or, like, I don't know. It was just really giving, like, he was trying to go around school acting like I was just some thought. Like, it was giving, like, he was just, like, fucking on me. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but to me, like, everything that I was hearing, it was like, I was just some booty call, and he lied and was saying that we had sex multiple times, and it was only that one time, which we barely had sex. It was only a couple strokes, and he didn't even pop my cherry. I'm pretty sure my cherry was already popped before that. Like, pretty positive. By a girl. Like, yeah. So, anyway, let me not get all into that. Yeah, I was so mad when my girlfriend Zuleka came up to me in the hallway telling me this. And we was in school at the time. And I'm like, girl, for real? She's like, yeah. And I'm telling Zuleka. Zuleka's like, man, she coming up to me on some shit. Like, girl, what the fuck? You told me it was only one time. Now I got somebody in my ear telling me it's multiple times. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm trying to defend myself. I'm like, no, that's not true. Like, it was only one time. Blah, blah, blah. Now this nigga lying on his dick. Like, I'm tight. So I'm like, nah, I'm about to confront him because, like, you tried it. And we're in the hallway, so there's other people around us, and they're, like, hearing us talk. So they're like, ooh, we about to come with y'all to the cafeteria then, because we trying to find out what's going to happen, what's going to go down. So I knew that Stunner had calf A. Like, he had the first calf, because there was 3, calf A, calf B, calf C. Or I don't think we called it A calf, B calf, C calf. Yes, we called it. Don't ask me how I knew. I just knew he had A calf. Because I think I had B calf, and I would see him in, like, transition. Or, like, sometimes he would skip and probably would see me in the B or whatever. So I knew I was not skipping to go to his A. But this day I did. I skipped my class and I went to A calf. And I should have never done that. But I wanted to confront him because I felt really disrespected, right? And I was, like, really mad at the time. Like, yeah, I felt so disrespected and I wanted to let him know about himself. So I saw him in the hallway and I came up to him. My girlfriend was with me at the time. Zuleka was next to me, but I'm telling her, like, babe, can you, like, back up a little bit? Like, I want to confront him on my own. I don't want you being, like, right up on me. But she was like, all right, I'm not going to be right up on you, but I'm going to be close by. And I'm like, okay. I walk up to Stunner, and I'm like, Stunner. He's like, what's up? I'm like, and mind you, this probably got to be, like I told you, like a month after, like 3 weeks to like 4 weeks, a month after this happened, right? And I ended up going up to him, and I'm like, Stunner, how many times we had sex? He like, 1. I'm like, okay. How long did we have sex for? He's like, I don't know, not that long. I'm like, less than a minute, right? He like, yeah, not that long. I'm like, okay. So why is you going to this girl telling her that, you know, we had sex multiple times and you running around school acting like I'm just some booty call, like you just been hitting this? And he's like kind of trying to defend himself. And I'm going back and forth with him. And then lo and behold, Zuleka ends up coming left field, like trying to like swing on him, like on some other shit. Like, and then I get like ramped up too. And then I try to swing on him. It was just so bad. And then, like, it was so ghetto. Like, you know how, like, in the cafeteria, they have, like, these very long, rectangular tables in the cafeteria where everyone sits to eat their food with the little circular seats or whatever. Girl, I took off my shoes and I ran around the freaking table just to get the Stunner. Like, it was like he was on the other side. And, like, I couldn't get to him because I think there was people on one side of, like, the table. It was, like, people on the front side of the table. So, in order to get to him, I had to run all the way. I literally took off my shoes and ran past all these people sitting at the table just to run around the table just to get to him. Talk about crazy. Yeah, I was crazy. I know people in school call me crazy because, yeah, it was given the Lulu, crazy, psych ward. And then, like, period. And then, like, when I ran around the table, the freaking culinary arts teacher ended up running out of the class and, like, scooped me up. Like, when I tell you, before I could even get the Stunner, like, I finally had made it across the table. Like, I made it to the other side of, like, the table. I ran around it, got to the other side. And, like, before I could even do anything to him, the culinary arts teacher, like, literally snatched me up from behind, like, snatched me up and like was carrying me like, girl, we're going to the office. And I'm like screaming, yelling, making a big scene. Like, girl, if there's one thing I could do, it's to bring the dramatics. And the dramatics is what I brought. The melodramatics. And baby, it was giving all of that. It was giving all of that. I was mad, I was disrespected, and I was just yelling and acting crazy. And then I'm going to the hallway. I'm walking down the hallway with the teacher. He's assisting me to go to the office. When I'm at the office, I end up seeing through the window that Stunner is coming down with one of the teachers assisting him. It was like the fashion teacher or something was walking down with him to the office where I was. And in my mind, I'm like thinking, like, why the hell do they have this man walking into the same office that I'm in? Like, are you dumb? Like, you're about to have us in the same vicinity? Do you, like, what? Girl, when I seen him walking down to the office, girl, when I tell you I ran out of that office so quick and I tried to hit him, girl, I tried to swing on this man. I don't think nothing connected though. And I like fell on the ground. And I remember I was just looking up at him and I was just calling him all types of bums, dusty, stank, ugly, dirty, lying on your ass, filthy, Did I say Dusty? Yeah, I know I probably said Dusty twice. So, girl, I was so freaking mad. I was going off. Like, I was just, like, flipping shit. And, like, literally flipping shit. After it was all said and done with, I got into the office with the principal. And she's like, girl, you done knocked over my plant and all of that. Like, you tripping up in here. Like, you doing way too much. Like, you messing up my whole office. Like, you creating chaos in the school. Like, she really was, like, coming down on me. And it was true. I was very much creating chaos in the school because it's like, you got me fucked up. Like, you literally got me fucked up. Like, I felt so violated. Like, how do I give you my body? Like, everybody's different about their body. Everybody looks at sex differently. Even to this day, I feel like sex is very much a big deal. Not gonna lie and say I haven't had one night stands or was careless when it came to sex. I've grown a lot as a woman, or just in general. If you just want to fuck, you want to fuck, you're grown. But, you know, sex to me is serious. I look at soul ties and spiritual energy and transfer of energy and all of this shit, and just like health-wise, like, you just don't want to be having sex with everyone. But especially back then, in my tender age of 17, I just gave my body away to this man. I was vulnerable. First man to see my body, just to even see me naked. Like, before that, I never even gave head to a man. I didn't even give head to him when I lost my V card. But just in general, like, I've never been in those type of close quarters with a man. And the one time I did, because I'm in a space of hurt and rebellion. Like, my girlfriend, the love of my life, had just cheated on me. I'm hurt, I'm rebelling, I'm going through it, and I'm losing my virginity. I'm getting tattoos, I'm smoking, I'm drinking all the time, and I end up losing my virginity. And to a guy who didn't give a ish about me in a way that was so opposite that I wanted. No roses, no candles, no love. Like, I wanted it to be someone I loved. If it wasn't gonna be, obviously, my girlfriend, because she can't take my V card, like, I wanted to be someone I loved, and it wasn't like that. And not only that it wasn't like that, like, you just going around school disrespecting me. Like, you just hurt me in the worst ways. And now I look back and I can realize that, I don't know, we'll get to that. So anyway, I was just so mad, and I was just going through it. And in my mind, just all of that happening, and me just being like, yo, the one time I give my body away, this what he does. Like, this is what men do. Like, I'm not gonna lie. At that day, like, when that happened to me, like, when I realized, like, he just was so grimy and just was telling all my business and shit, like, that really changed my perspective of men at that time. Like, at the time, like, I was just like, yo, men, I just looked at men so different. It became a real blockage between me and men and sex, and men and sex with men, because my first experience was just so terrible. It was really hard for me, and I was just bad, and I was just going through it. And of course, I ended up getting suspended because it happened in the cafeteria, and it happened in general, but especially in the cafeteria where a lot of people are around. And I had to do community service too. So I did get arrested, and I had to do community service. I had to be picking up dirt somewhere in my hometown, just in the hood, picking up dirt and all this nasty stuff on the ground. And I couldn't go to I think we had like senior year trips. I couldn't go to those trips. I was able to go to my prom still, but I chose not to go because my senior year was just so terrible. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'll make more story times about it, but it was just so terrible, and I just didn't want to go. I had gone to my junior prom, so I experienced prom, and that was enough for me. I didn't want to go to my senior prom. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to be a part of that school anymore, and I was just so happy to graduate. But yeah, so that's the time how losing my V card got me arrested. Yeah, I did. Because I got arrested for beating him up, trying to beat him up. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Am I crazy? Yeah. But this was also 12 years ago. Keep that in mind. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, put on the notification bell so you know when I post. And as always, you can be, do, and have whatever you desire. You are limitless. Until next time, Lala, level up.
Oh, you can talk all you want. See me as a prayer, nothing I'm afraid of.